Hi,
Hello, David. How are you? Nice to meet you. Good night.
hi, nice to meet you too.
All right. Well, let's please talk a little bit about ourselves. And please, if you could describe yourself, how would you describe yourself right now?
Yeah.
What could you say about you?
How old do you think I am?
Well, let me see. I don't know. I guess around 20 something,
I'm 30 years old.
30? Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well, that's great. What
yeah,
do
I'm
you
30.
do?
I am an electrical engineer. I'm currently looking for a new job,
All right.
and I would
Okay.
like to study overseas.
Oh,
That's
really?
why
And
I need
sorry.
the TOEFL certification.
All right. And well, I know you know that for TOEFL, you look for a specific score. What is your specific score that you need? Is there any
100.
100 points? All right. Well,
Sure.
yeah, you have to work
I
really
re-
hard.
yeah, I really enjoy practicing my English and studying other languages too. I study Japanese.
Oh, really? Japanese. Wow. Well, that sounds very interesting. And do you speak Japanese also?
Yes, I speak a little Japanese. It's a very difficult language. I need to learn more, but I think I'm in the middle point between basic and intermediate Japanese.
Well, that's very nice. And did you have the opportunity to visit Japan?
No, I have never been at Japan.
All right.
In
Any Asiatic
Japan?
countries?
No, never.
Never? Oh, wow. Well,
I
you
have
will
been in
love
the
it.
United States before.
Oh, really? In which cities or which states did you visit?
Visited um, Mount Oklahoma when I was a teenager, and I also
Hmm.
visited um, West Virginia
Oh, all right,
uh,
Virginia.
on
Yeah.
2019.
Well, that's very nice. So you like to travel a lot?
If it is possible, yeah, I like traveling.
All right. And how come did you learn Japanese?
Oh, because I was already fluent in English and I had the opportunity of learning Japanese in my university.
Okay, well, that's very nice. So in the university in which you studied electrical engineering,
Exactly.
oh, so you had the opportunity to learn other languages as well.
Yes.
That's pretty good, pretty awesome. Well, I have to say that that's very nice. And well, you told me that you want to study overseas. And in which country specifically did you mention that you are going to study?
I would like to study in Japan or Ireland or Canada.
Wow. And you are going to do a post degree or a master's degree or a
Yes,
doctor's PH?
a master's degree.
Well, that's very interesting. And well, that's super nice. Well, let me please tell you a little bit about myself. Well, the
Sure.
same as you, I also had the opportunity to travel abroad. I, well, I am also an engineer as well as an English teacher. I am a commercial engineer as well. English is like my second career. And well, when I was doing my studies in commercial engineering, I had the opportunity to go to an internship and to do human resources, and I did. And therefore, I had to move to the to some Asiatic countries. I lived in Hong Kong. I've lived in Korea, South Korea specifically. And where I've traveled around when I was living there. And yes, the same as you, I've also traveled around the States, which I think it's very, each and one of the cities in the United States have its own particular landscape. And I really like it very much because you are able to practice with different people from different accents and everything. And well, learning languages require, as you know, practice, a lot of practice. And well, I know that you will achieve and you will succeed in your TOEFL exam. Because as I can see, you're not basic, you're not intermediate, you are, I think, upper. So for that reason, I think we will move a little bit faster than I thought, which is amazing. And I'm very
Yeah,
happy.
yes, please.
Yes, we will do so. All right, David. So it's a pleasure. And well, I will be working with you this month, around the month and a week, apparently, because as you know, every 8 days we finish like a model. So you have to go until model 13. Therefore, we will be like around like a month and some weeks. All right.
Sure.
And then you will be ready for your TOEFL classes and to take the exam, which I think you will do great. All right. Well, let's please start with this first unit that you will be seeing in the platform, Pearson platform. And well, please tell me, did you got your access, your username, your password, the information that you need to have to access the platform from the
Yeah, I got it.
academic
I
coordinator?
haven't checked yet, but yeah, the
That's
Pearson
amazing.
platform.
All right. Well, in the platform, you will be able to see all the assignments related to the units, as well as the quizzes, and then the test, no, the final test that you will be taking on the 8th day. And well, let's please begin with this first model, model A10. Well, let's please, well, in each unit, you're going to be reviewing a vocabulary part as well as the grammar. In the platform, you are going to be practicing and developing the 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and well, also you're going to be recording yourself. So you're also going to be doing speaking besides the classes. You're also going to be working in the platform in that way. Well, what are you going to see in this first unit from Model A10 in vocabulary? You're going to be reviewing about antonyms. And as we know, antonyms are the opposite, no? An opposite meaning of the word. Well, here we have the list of the words that you're going to be reviewing in this unit. And well, the first word is accurate, as you can see there. And please, do you know the meaning of accurate?
Yes, I know.
All right, very good. Please, can you read on the next word?
Attractive,
Yes. The next one, please.
dependent,
Yes.
legal, likely, original, practical, regular, sane, suitable, unsuitable, illegal, independent, insane, irregular, unoriginal, unattractive, unlikely, impractical, inaccurate.
Perfect. So could you please turn on the function annotate in Zoom, and could you please match the words that you see in column from the right to the left, from the left, right, right, left, and please match these antonyms. Nice. Perfect.
Done.
All right. I can see that all of your words are correct. Therefore, I will delete it. And now you are going to be reading the word with their antonym. All right. Please, can you just read really quick?
Accurate,
Yes.
inaccurate, attractive, unattractive, dependent, independent, legal, illegal, likely, unlikely, original, unoriginal, practical, impractical, regular, irregular, sane, insane, suitable, unsuitable.
Perfect. So you don't have any doubts or questions about the words that you see here, right?
Now I understand very well. I just would like you to correct my pronunciation. Maybe my pronunciation is very good, but there's maybe there are some specific details that I can improve in.
All right, perfectly. I will definitely. And I have to say that you read the words correctly. Therefore, I think, well, we are going to see how it goes on, okay? And whenever I see and I can identify something that I can help you with in terms of pronunciation, I will definitely will.
Thank you.
Let's please move forward and then, well, what are you going to review on grammar? In this specific unit, unit number 1, you are going to be reviewing about several tenses. And the first one that you're going to see is the simple present tense. Maybe this is a grammar tense that you have seen before, but just for you to remember, we are going to review on how is the structure, the specific structure for positive, negative, and questions. Well, it is very important to remember the following. Whenever we are talking about the simple present tense, we have to remember this very important thing about the three singular third person subjects, which are he, she, it. As we know, whenever we are using the simple present tense, we can either use the verb to be or we can use verbs, which are going to express actions. So here we see that this verb is with an S, and here the verb is just in the base form. Why? Well, as you see here in brackets, it says that whenever we are using or talking about he, she, it, using these three subjects, there is a modification on verbs that we have to do, adding s, es, or ies. And of course that we have specific rules for changing these verbs that we are going to see later on. So for these three subjects, the verb must be changed, but for the rest, all the plural plus the singular I, always in the base form. And well, here we have two examples. Please, can you read on the examples?
I like it. She likes it.
Perfect. In the negative form, we are going to use the auxiliaries. And for this grammar tense, we are going to use two auxiliaries, doesn't and don't. As you see here, we have both of them. We have the contracted form and also the complete form. You can use either of them. Both of them are correct. And of course, whenever we are talking, does not is going to give more emphasis to your statement. So whenever you're going to and want to give more emphasis to your statement, you will use does not. And whenever it's just a common and regular exercise, you can use doesn't. Anyways, both of them mean the same. So for these three singular subjects, third person, we are going to use does not or doesn't, followed by the verb in the base form. As you see here, the verb is going to be in the base form without the modification, like here. Why? Because we are using the auxiliary and the function of this auxiliary is to modify the verb. Therefore, it must be only in the base form. Here, what happens with the subjects, plural subjects plus I? We are going to use the auxiliary do not or don't, followed by the verb in the base form. And well, here we have also two negative examples. Please, can you read them?
I do not like it. I don't like it. She does not like it. She doesn't like it.
Perfect. Yes. And as you see, we are following these structures. Subject plus does or do plus not in the negative form and the verb in the base form. And here the same, subject plus verb, and we have to take care of the changing on the verb. Well, until here, do you have any doubts or questions maybe?
No.
Perfect. Let's move on, please. What happens with the third person singular? Well, as I told you before, there is this modification on verbs. And well, the first modification is adding es. To which verbs do we add es? Well, we are going to add es to verbs ending in ch, sh, ss, x, and o. So all of the verbs that are going to be ending in these words, automatically we are going to add es. So from teach, teaches, wash, washes, kiss, kisses, fix, fixes, go, goes. The next group, IES. Well, we are going to add these ending words, ending letters to all of the verbs that end with a consonant plus Y. So what do we do with Y? Well, we are going to drop or eliminate Y and add IES. And here we have the examples. Please, can you read them?
Okay. Fly, flies. Try, tries. Cry, cries. Study, studies. Carry, carries.
Perfect. And here, well, to all of the rest of the verbs, we are just going to add S, okay? To all of the verbs that don't follow neither this rule or this one, we just add S,
Sure.
please.
Walk, walks. Love, loves. Swim, swims. Play, plays. Sit, sits.
Very good. Love, love, and love, right? Yes, perfect. So these are the three rules that we follow. And well, how do we form questions? Well, as we know, in all of the grammar structures, we are going to put the auxiliary before the subject. So instead of beginning the sentence with the subject, now we are going to begin with the auxiliary. And for the simple present tense, we know that the two auxiliaries are do and does. So we will say, does she start her classes today? Do we go to the supermarket now? Right? So again, the verbs need to be in the base form. Why? Because we are using both of the auxiliaries. So here we have two examples. Please, can you read on the questions?
Okay. Do you like it? Does she like it?
Perfect. And well, the only actually the only way or the only change that we have to make is whenever we are making the affirmative sentences, nothing else. The rest, always the verbs in the base form. That's it. All right, and of course that we can apply information or WH question to these tense. Yes, actually WH questions or information questions can be applied to any grammar tense. And well, WH questions are what, when, where, which, how, who, why. And you can use them in this grammar tense as well. Let's please move on to these practices. And well, if you could do them now, and in case that you have any doubts or questions, let me know, please. And well, the practice is on the chat. Please just click on the link and you will have access to the practice. And once you finish, you have to click on a blue chart that is going to be at the end of the sheet. And you have to click on it and then just type in your name. The class is A10 and the course is EE. which is executive English, or if you want to do it background, it's okay, like the other way around, no worries. The most important thing is your name. All right?
Sure.
Please work on the practice and let me know when you finish.
I got it.
Great. How did you do on this first practice?
10 out of 10.
Amazing. Well, I no wonder that. Right, please work on this second one, and that will be it for this grammar tense, okay?
Sure. Kahoot. Oh no, I need my cell phone for Kahoot. Oh,
Oh, really?
no, never mind.
How are you doing with the practice?
I'm great.
Right. Are you about to finish?
Yep.
Great.
This is question number 22.
All right.
Okay. Finished.
Very good. And how did you do on this review? All right. How did you do on this practice?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Sure. I had just one mistake.
All right, perfect. But you know why was your mistake, right?
Yeah, I know.
Perfect. All right, well, let's please continue. And well, the next grammar tense that you are going to review in this unit is the present continuous tense, which is another present tense, but here the difference is that we are going to use the verb to be besides using the verb. And of course, because it's a continuous form, we are going to be using the ing form for ending of the verb. Here, as you know, we have the different subjects that work along with the different verb to be, and they must be followed by the verb in the ing form. And well, this is going to be expressing the continuous action. Here we have an example. Please, can you read on the example?
It's working in the garden.
Perfect. And the same, we are going to be reviewing the rules on how we can make this modification on verbs in the ing form, the same as the simple present tense. Let's please move on. Well, to make positive or affirmative examples, you will need subject followed by the verb to be and followed by the verb in the ing form, and you can add a complement or the predicate if you want, but if not, you can just end here on the ing form. Here, for the negative form, the only thing we do is basically adding not to the verb to be. And the same way as the auxiliaries in the simple present, you can use the complete form is not or isn't, the contracted form, as well as are not or the contracted form aren't. And again, followed by the verb in the ing form. Here we have an example. Please, can you read on the example?
He's not working in the garden. He isn't working in the garden.
Perfect. Yes. And well, for questions, what is going to happen for questions? Well, the auxiliary in this grammar tense is going to be the verb to be. Therefore, they must be before the subject and after the subject, the verb in the ing form. Here we have how we change the position. Here we have an affirmative sentence. He is working in the garden, and how it changes to transform into a question. Please, can you read on the question?
Is he working in the garden?
Perfect. And the two possible answers for this question are yes, he is, no, he isn't. And if we want to ask a more specific question, we will use a WH. For example, what is he doing now? He is working in the garden. All right. Let's please go on to the spelling rules. Let's work on the spelling rules. Well, whenever we are talking on spelling rules, we have to follow these ones. All of the verbs that are going to be ending in E, we are going to eliminate or drop E and add ing. So from make, making, write, writing, drive, driving. And here, whenever we have this structure on verbs, consonant, vowel, consonant, what we do is we double the last consonant and add ing. So from get, getting, run, running, swim, swimming. Remember, consonant, vowel, consonant, also known as the CVC rule. Well, here, what happens whenever we have consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant? Well, this one is not following the previous rule. Therefore, we just add ing. Please, can you read on the words?
Help, helping. Talk, talking. Work, working.
Perfect. And here, the same. Verbs that have double vowel. Again, nothing happens because they have double vowel and they are not following this rule, CVC. So we just add ing, please.
Look, looking. Read, reading. Speak, speaking.
Perfect. But what happens with these words? Well, of course that we have exceptions. We have these verbs that follow the CVC rule. For example, snow, fix, and buy. Yes. And other words. Well, to all of the verbs that end in W, X, or Y, we don't double the last consonant. We just add ing. So, please, can you read on the example?
Snow, snowing. Fix, fixing. Buy, buying.
Correct. So these are the exception. All of the verbs that follow this rule, the CBC rule that tells us to double the last consonant, in this case, because they end in W, X, or Y, we are not going to double the last consonant, just add ing. All right, so do you have any doubts or questions about the present continuous tense?
No.
Perfect. These are very basic grammar tenses, but in this unit, you're going to review all of them. Therefore, that's why we're doing like a refreshment, okay, on them. I think we can just move directly to the Kahoot one, because I don't think you will have any further problems. Please, if you could work on this practice
Okay.
and let me know when you finish.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. And how did you do reviewing this grammar tense?
Yeah, just one mistake, and
All right. Well,
I
I think
clicked
that's
on
cool.
truth because the sentence was grammatically correct, but it was not according to the picture.
Oh, okay. All right. Nevertheless, you only had one, but it's fine. Let's please move forward. Well, the next grammar tense that you're going to be reviewing also in this unit is the simple past tense. And as you know, we are talking here about two grammar tenses, using the verb to be, was or were, or using the verbs. In this case, we're going to use the verbs either regular or irregular in the past tense. Well, to make affirmative sentences, the only thing we need is subject followed by the verb to be and the complement. And whenever we are using verbs, of course, the verb must be in the simple past tense and follow the same structure as the other ones. Subject, verb in the simple past tense, and the complement. In these examples, we are using time expressions. You can use them or you can't. It's optional, but this gives like a really more emphasis to the statement. So the person can really know that this happened at previous day, no, in the past. But just by saying she worked, I know that it's the simple past. All right, please, can you read on the affirmative examples with the verb to be
Okay, they were friends.
and with verbs?
He worked yesterday.
Perfect. Whenever we are talking about the negative form, the only thing we do is just add not. So wasn't and weren't or was not or were not. Here also, in this grammar tense, we're going to use the auxiliary did, which we are going to use in the negative form, which is not. By adding not, we can use the contraction or the complete form, followed by the verb in the base form. Why? Because the function on the auxiliary is to modify the verb. Please read on the examples.
They weren't friends. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't work yesterday.
Perfect. And for questions, as we know, we have to put the auxiliary before the subject, the same as here, did. And again, my verb must be in the base form. Why? Because I'm using the auxiliary. Please.
Were they friends? Did she work yesterday?
Perfect. And these are the two grammar tenses for the simple past tense. Well, when do we use the simple past tense? We use to express completed actions in the past. And here we have an example, please.
I saw a ghost last Friday.
Correct. Also to describe a series of completed actions in the past, like,
I finished work, walked to the beach, and found a nice place to swim.
and to express habits in the past.
When I was young, I watched lots of television every day after school.
Perfect. And well, this is the use of the simple past tense. Do you have any doubts or questions about it? No questions?
No, no questions.
Perfect. Let's please move on to the conversation practice using this structure. The first question, what time did you go to bed last night?
Hmm, I went to bed pretty late. It was like 1 a.m.
Right? And what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I always eat cereal and milk this
All
morning
right.
too.
Okay. So that's like a typical breakfast.
Yep.
All right. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in El Salvador.
All right. Did
That's
you
where I live.
travel? Okay. And can you mention the city maybe in which do you live?
Oh, the city where I live is Santa Tecla.
All right. And did you travel to another country last year? If yes, which country?
No, I didn't. It was not possible due to the pandemic.
Yeah, the pandemic really messed up a lot of things and a lot of plans. All right, number 5. Did you feel tired this morning? If yes, why?
Yes, I did because my coffee was not strong enough.
Okay. And did you spend money yesterday? If yes, what did you buy?
Well, let's see. No, I didn't. I didn't leave home yesterday, so I have no necessity of buying anything.
Okay, all right. And did you eat at a restaurant last week? If yes, what did you eat?
No, I didn't. Um, Due to the pandemic, I
Okay,
try to eat as eat at home as much as possible.
all right. So basically, you're not going out as much.
Yep.
Great. Did you get a haircut last month? If yes, where did you get a haircut?
Okay. I got a haircut in a barber shop close to the office where I used to work.
All right. And were you busy yesterday? If yes, why? If no, why not?
Yes, I'm always busy because I'm trying to learn new things and practice. I'm trying to practice AutoCAD. Mhm. I
All
also
right.
worked in my resume yesterday.
Oh, all right. Okay. Please finish this sentence. Yesterday I didn't because.
Hmm. Yesterday I didn't watch a movie because I was very busy.
Okay. Nice. All right. Let's please move forward to the next grammar tense. Well, now we are going to review on future, and we are going to start with the future with will. This is an auxiliary, and well, it has the same use as the auxiliary whenever we are talking about the simple present tense. The only difference is that will works for all of the subjects without exceptions, and won't, which is the negative form, works also for all the subjects, and they both, even in questions, are followed by the verb in the base form. And again, because we're talking about a future grammar tense, you can use future time expressions like tomorrow, but if you don't use them, it's also fine because you're using the future auxiliary. So a person can easily understand if you say you will go, future, or you will go tomorrow, future. So for making affirmative statements, you need to have a subject followed by the auxiliary will and followed by the verb in the base form and the predicate or the complement in the sentence. For example, you will go to the supermarket tomorrow. She will study for her biology test next week. For the negative form, the only thing we do is just add the word not. And well, actually, you can use the complete form or the contracted form, will not or won't. So we won't go to the cinema. She won't eat dinner tonight. For questions, well, we have to place the auxiliary before the subject, followed by the verb in the base form and the complement. Please, can you read on the question?
Will I go tomorrow?
All right. Yes. And well, here are the two possible answers. Yes, I will. No, I won't. Or I will not. And as I said before, you can use the information questions as well known as WH questions to have a more specific answer. All right. And here we have no information question followed by will and followed by the subject, the verb in the base form, and if you want the complement or even a time expression word. For example, where will you go tomorrow? I will go to the movie theater. And well, do you have any doubts or questions about these grammar tense?
No, that's fine.
Perfect. Let's move on. And we also have another grammar structure, which is also related to the future, but this one is going to. And this one uses the verb to be. Well, what happens here? As we know, each and one of the verb to be works with a specific subject. Besides that, and after that, we have to place going to. And after going to, which is going to be the auxiliary for the tense, we have to place the verb in the base form. So for an affirmative statement, I will say, you are going to travel. In the negative statement, the only thing we do is just add not. They aren't or are not going to travel. You can contract the verb to be plus not. Is your choice. To make questions, we are going to place the verb to be before the subjects, followed by going to and followed by the verb in the base form. These, the same as will, are going to be using the verbs in the base form. So, are you going to travel? And the two possible answers, yes, I am. No, I am not. And well, again, information questions can be included in all grammar tenses to have a more specific answer. For example, where are you going to travel? I will travel to Mexico. I will go to Egypt. And this is it, the use of will and going to for future time expressions. Do you have any doubts or questions about this, maybe?
Yes.
Tell me.
What is the difference between the future tense while using will and the future tense while using going to in
Mhm.
meaning?
Yes,
Oh, yeah. This is
this is the
exactly what I
difference.
was asking for.
Yes, I was going to explain you this also. Well, both of them express future actions, right? Future. But the difference is this one. Will, it is going to be related to immediate decisions. So decisions taken at the moment of speaking. So for example, I will have coffee now. This is a decision that I made right now. And well, going to, it's or are decisions or prior plans, basically decided before the moment of speaking. And we can say that this one works for predictions and this one works with certainty, like plans that you made before with anticipation. And well, will expresses a prediction based on a personal opinion or experiences. For example, I think United will win the game. And going to expresses a prediction based on a present evidence. So you need to have evidence whenever you're using going to. For example, look at those black clouds. It is going to rain. And will, we are going to use for express a future fact. For example, please, can you read on the example given?
The sun will rise tomorrow.
Perfect. And going to, we are going to use it to express that something is about to happen. For example,
Get back. The bomb is going to explode.
perfect. And well, both will and going to can be used for making future predictions without having a real difference in meaning. Why? Because whenever you translate these sentences into Spanish, they both mean the same, right? Future. Here, we have two examples. Please, can you read on the examples?
Um, sure. I think it will be foggy tomorrow. I think it is going to be foggy tomorrow.
Perfect. Yes. So they don't have a real difference in meaning because They are both expressing something about the future, but here we have no specific times of uses with these two. Will, immediate decision, going to, prior plans. All right, any other doubt or question that you may have? Wonderful. So, well, here we have a practice, but I think that we are running out of time, but let's see. So in that case, we will have to stop here. You can save the link for later for your personal practice, all right?
All right.
And tomorrow we are going to continue. And well, something very important right now that I want to give you, it's the code that you are going to need for including yourself to your group because you're the only student. And well, I will be sending you the code right now. All right, so after following the steps that Lourdes sent it to you, the coordinator, in a section, you will be requested to add the code of the class to join the specific class, which has your name, all right? And this is the code. I'm sending to you right now. It's YYHVNE9K. That's the code that you have to insert, okay, to have access to the course created in the platform. You got it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
In my English Love platform.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you access, you have to write and type in your username, then your password. Then once you go, let me please show you, okay, a little bit. Here, this is your class, this one here, all right? This is yours. Well, whenever you go and you will have this option to select the product in which you have to click or choose the green one, this one, right? That one that has the 4 2.0, this one, the green one. Once you click on it, you will see that here on the right, upper right, you will have options that will say join a class. Okay, here I am right now with my teacher's account, therefore you cannot see that option. But here on the upper part, you will see join a class. You will click on it and then it will request the code that I send you. And then your class is this one, A10 and your name. All right?
Okay.
Yes, and you will be able to see there the assignments that once you are in the platform, let me know so I can send you all the assignments from the unit. So you can start maybe with listening, writing, or speaking pronunciation, all right? Because we haven't finished yet with grammar, which we're going to finish tomorrow. So for the first unit, so you can start with those ones if you want. But once you are in the platform, let me know so I can send you the assignments.
All right.
Perfect. Well, then let's please work on the survey. You have to answer a survey. Please, if you can, thank you very much. And with this, we will finish.
All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And we are going to see each other tomorrow to continue our class. All right. Have a great
All
night.
right.
Well, right now here is night, but have a great night and see you tomorrow.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Thank
It
you.
was nice to meet
Bye.
you. Goodbye.